Union officials say they hope to have an offer by New York's Department of Corrections this week as strikes continue to stretch on across New York.
Our Plattsburgh Bureau Chief Alec Lasham brings us to Altona Correctional Facility and tells us what Democrats have to say about the demands.
Inside Altona Correctional Facility, numerous National Guard members have been inside for the last week, but also on the outside of the prison. Like other prisons across New York State, roughly 24 correctional officers have been on strike, calling for the full repeal of the HALT Act. Another shipment of wood is dropped off to workers, their families, and former corrections officers outside the prison in Altona. Signs line the road, and people emphatically show their support by using their horns as they drive by. The message is still the same since when the strike started nearly 2 weeks ago. Repeal a piece of legislation known as the HALT Act that did away with solitary confinement.
They're in jail because they couldn't follow the laws out here, and then they're in there breaking the laws, and now there's nothing happening to them.
Art Trombley worked inside Altona Correctional for nearly 12 years until 2022, when the HALT Act was implemented. He says corrections officers work hours beyond what they say are safe because of lower staffing levels.
You do your 8 hours and you go home to your families and your children, and these guys, they don't get that.
New York's Department of Corrections says they're on day 4 of negotiations. The union says the hope is to have some kind of offer presented by the end of the week, but that isn't guaranteed. In the meantime, Trombley says the state sent cease and desist letters to various striking corrections officers threatening arrest.
The response to this is to threaten people. That's highly unacceptable.
In Albany, a Republican effort to repeal the HALT Act was blocked along a party line vote. North Country Democratic Assemblyman Billy Jones, a former corrections officer, says changes need to be made.
I have co-sponsored a bill to repeal it, but we need to make changes within our facilities to make them safer.
And while there hasn't been much political will by Democrats in the Senate, Jones says he believes his colleagues in the Assembly will take up some kind of proposal.
I think the more that gets explained on the issues that are happening around this, there will be more momentum gained.
Reporting in Altona, Alec Lasham, Channel 3 News.